Hey everybody, ChristopherOdd here, and this is a game called They Are Billions. It's made by Numantian Games, and I don't know about you guys, but for me, I know when I'm really into a game, when I play it for the first time, a couple hours go by, just like that. I put the game away for a while, and the whole time that I'm not playing it, I'm thinking about playing it again. And that's kind of what They Are Billions is for me right now. If you haven't heard of it, this is a game coming out in the spring of 2018. It's in a beta preview right now. You can get more information on their website, and you can see the store page on Steam. I'll put all the links in the description if you'd like to check them out. So what is They Are Billions? Well, it's a steampunk-styled strategy game, mostly real-time. You can pause if you want to make some decisions and plan out your base. But basically what you want to do is create this colony and then defend it against hordes and hordes of infected or zombies. And the title being They Are Billions, you can imagine, things get pretty overwhelming sometimes. The mode that we're going to play is a survival mode. It's the only mode that they have in the game right now. And we have to survive 100 days. In my tinkering around the first couple of hours, I made it to about day 20, I want to say day 27, 28, and then I just got overrun. And you'll see, like, it's going to start out pretty calm, pretty cool, pretty collected, and then it's going to go pretty wild. I will try my best to explain what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Before we actually start, I'll show you the interface and explain what's generally happening, and then we're gonna rock and roll. So we'll create a new game. We'll call it Odd Zombies, because why not? So first thing we need to decide is our three different choices before going into the survival game. The first is our terrain. We only have one available right now. These ones you'll see are locked, and you have to do certain things to unlock these other terrains. So if we wanted to play the peaceful lowlands, then we would have to win a survival game for the theme The Dark Moorland, which is the one we have access to, with a score factor of 100% to unlock this theme. Now you'll notice that these score factors change if you adjust any of these other options. The easier it is, the less your score factor is. The harder it is, the harder your score factor is. We also have to choose our population. So if we go to high population, it makes it a lot more challenging. If we go to low population, makes it a little bit easier. We're gonna leave it on the basic one. And then your game duration. If you go to a longer amount of days you need to survive, it's actually easier because there's more time between attacks for you to build up your base. We're gonna leave it on the normal 100 days here. And I'm gonna start it. Wish me luck. I hope I do well for you. We'll see. As I said, when we get in, I'll do a brief overview of the interface and give you like a general idea of what we need to do. And then it's gonna be like, we're gonna be really focused on getting things done. Okay, so what you're gonna notice right off the bat is the art style. It's really cool, steampunk to the core. And if you know me, you would look at this and be like, yeah, Odd would like that. And I do, it's really cool. So we start out with a couple of units here. We're gonna talk about these guys, then we're gonna talk about some resources, some other things we need to manage, and then get into the structures and actually building up our colony. So we start with 5 units right now. We've got 4 rangers and 1 soldier. Now each of these unit types have different attributes. So they've got armor, speed, attack range, attack damage, attack speed, and watch range. And then they also have some cost to them. So we need 1 worker for each unit. We need 1 food for these specific units. And then they have a gold cost of 3. So it's basically like an ongoing maintenance that we're gonna need to pay. So the cool thing is it's not just limited to these attributes. That makes these things different. A soldier, if you read this down here, they wield a powerful submachine gun, but be careful, their noisy weapons can call the attention of the nearby infected. So you also have to consider not just their base stats, but are they going to attract more zombies or infected towards you? They might. They also have some pretty cool little voice lines sometimes.
What's up? Any infected around? So tired. Last night was amazing.
Like, I don't know what she's hinting at there, and I'm not gonna dig in too hard, but like, I don't know who she was with. She's tired, and it is what it is. Next up, I'm gonna show you some of the resources. We've got gold, wood, stone, iron, oil. These all operate just as you would imagine. You need certain types of resources to build different buildings and unit types. And then this is kind of like the things that we need to manage in order to build up our colony. So we need colonists, we need workers, we need food, and we need energy. And then we need to expand. So we have a few options of things that we can do right now. Our command center is providing all of these benefits in the middle here. Right off the bat, the first thing we're going to do is build tents. Now, tents provide colonists, and that works out to gold and workers for the colony. So every 8 hours, these guys are going to deliver a certain amount of gold to us, and the more colonists that we have, the more gold we're going to be intaking. All of the increases for all of the different resources happen every 8 hours. So 3 times a day, you're going to be gathering these resources if you have the applicable facilities to do so. Once that's done, we're going to want to focus on probably getting a sawmill up and running so that we can get more wood to build other structures. We're going to want to get a food source going, either fisherman or hunter's cottage. Fisherman cottages you have to place in the water, as you can imagine. And then I'm going to point this out. We're going to want to get a quarry up ASAP. So we need wood and gold for this. And the reason we're going to want a quarry up is because that's how you generate stone and iron. And in order to expand our military, which is crucially important, we need to have 20 stone to build this. So there's a couple of prerequisites that we need in order to get here. So that's the basic gist. I'll explain the other things as we encounter them. But for right off the bat, I am going to build 3 of these tents to get some additional cash flow going. And while that's happening, I'll actually take out my 4 rangers and we're gonna scout the area. We do have your standard kind of RTS movements available for these units. So you have move, stop, hold, attack, patrol. This is an interesting one called chase, where they're just gonna go and like attack anything on the map. I would highly advise that you don't do that. I tried that when I first started. Everything got wiped out. It was really bad. So I'm gonna be searching manually here. You can start and stop the game just by spacebar as well. Ooh, hello. That's interesting. I've never seen this before. So I've played about 5 maps, and
yes.
I've never seen that. So that's like a zombie, like, fortress or something. That has me concerned. So we're going to avoid those guys for now. Our buildings should almost be done. All right. So once your first tents are done, then you get to choose a mayor. Now this is cool. You get to choose one of 2 bonuses. They're different every single time. Right off the bat, we could get a quarry, which is really, really good. As you can imagine, we can start producing that stone a lot earlier than waiting for the prerequisites. Or we can get hunter's cottages, where our food supply is increased by +3. I think I'm going to take the quarry here. Once you choose your bonus, you go to this bonus area, you have the quarry, and you can place it up here. Now, the way that this works is you can notice that if I place the quarry over to the right side here, that it's only going to produce 4 stone every 8 hours. If I place it here, it's going to produce 6 stone every 8 hours. Why is that? Well, it depends on how many tiles of that resource you're covering with it. So ideally, you want to be able to surround it with that resource as much as possible. But you can't always do that. So in our situation, this is going to be the best place for it. And the math that I can kind of figure out for it is that for every 2 tiles, it generates 1 of that resource. For every 2 tiles that it's touching, I should say. So this is the rock here that we're going to be, I guess, mining, or stone, I should say. So it's touching 11 of them. So you split that in half, and they always round it up. So you get 6 out of it. So we're gonna get that building. That's actually a really nice boost for us. That means that when we generate enough income, we can get into lumber. We're gonna need 300 gold for that. So we'll be able to get that relatively soon.
Sounds interesting.
So I'm just gonna keep scouting the area. We wanna have a really good understanding of our perimeter. I'm really concerned about this thing. That might be something that we can build up enough forces to actually attack. But considering I haven't seen it before, I don't know what's gonna happen, and that has me a little bit concerned. I'm also looking for choke points. I'm looking for areas that we can wall off, and this is definitely gonna be one of those areas. That will prohibit us from getting to this water right now, but I think I'm kind of okay with that because we have this one to the north. Okay, so we have enough gold now. Let's go ahead and build a sawmill, and let's see where we can get the ideal placement for this. So we get 11 wood here, we get 11 here. That's probably gonna be the best that we can get. I have seen times where, let's say that this was all forest and this was all forest, you tuck it right in there, and you're generating a ton of lumber. But usually you just go with what you can get the best of. So 11 looks like it's gonna be the best we can do right now. I actually am gonna try to keep this area clear because I am gonna wall this off and put some towers here. So I will put our wood, or our sawmill over here to generate some of that. We also are going to need a food source. So we currently have 20, we're only consuming 13, so we have 7 available. It's not the end of the world. But I am gonna get a food source up and running on the water here. So let's do that. We have a nice little natural choke point here.
Yeah.
Some zombies. Okay, so the quarry is completed, and as I said, every 8 hours we're gonna get that amount of resource that we saw, so every 8 hours we're gonna get 6, which is good to be getting it this early. I've never had that happen, so I feel pretty good about that. So we've got a natural choke point here, this is good.
Aren't there other units to bother?
Let's scout to the north now. We've got choke points here. This is actually a pretty defensible area, it seems. I'm just worried about that giant fortress that we saw and what possible implications that could be. Now this seems like a pretty small little horde, and if we wanted to, we can consider making an attack on them, and I think that I will do that. If we can find a small horde, may as well clear it out, right? What's next? We really want to get this up and running, okay? So this is how we can start pumping out soldiers to actually defend our base. We need stone for this, so we still have a while to go. Gold will keep coming. That you'll find we're gonna have an abundance of. But we're also gonna need workers, which means we're gonna need to constantly be building these tents. The downside to these tents is that pretty soon, your entire base is going to be littered with tents. Eventually, you get an upgrade where you get something that takes up the same amount of space but generates more workers, so you can get rid of old ones and replace them if you want. But we're also going to try to be expanding, so we'll drop 3 more in here. The other thing to consider, if you look at anytime you try to build something, you'll see all these tiles that are highlighted. This is the reach of your power in your current state. So if you go over to the energy section and you build Tesla towers on your outer regions of those highlighted cells, it will expand the area that you can then build in. So,
building completed.
Okay, so the sawmill's up and running. That's going to generate some lumber for us. Once we hit the next 8-hour time frame, I'm going to build some of the Tesla towers. For now, I'm going to use the patrol command, and we're gonna fire at whatever happens to walk into our zone. I'm gonna set it a little wider now. They should be okay, in theory. Now, we have some guys sneaking through here, so we're gonna actually pull back. We should have maybe explored all of this. These guys will destroy your buildings so fast, and we cannot afford that, especially early. The other thing that can happen is these guys can attack your tents, and then it mutates any of the colonists that were generated by that tents into more zombies. And like, I found that once that happens, if you're not able to clear them out within like 30 seconds, it is pretty much over. Because your whole place will be going down. All right. So I'm using the pause quite a bit because I'm explaining a lot to you guys. When I'm playing on my own, I'm usually, you can cruise through pretty quickly and you can start expanding. Okay, so I'm gonna build a Tesla tower out here to expand. That's all I can afford right now, so let's just let that roll.
Just tell me what to do. Of course.
We're gonna patrol in here. So, it looks like we're gonna actually have to wall this area, which is fine because this fortress here, this has got to be terrible for us. I wonder if that's gonna be a source of the zombie hordes or not. What will happen eventually is it'll say zombie horde incoming and it'll tell you the general direction of where it's coming from, but that's all you're gonna know. So now that we cleared those guys out, I'm gonna go back up to patrolling up here. We could build another Tesla tower this way. Let's do that. Oh, we actually have a guy coming in here. So, because we're getting pretty hectic right off the bat, I'm gonna start patrolling our open spots instead of focusing so much on that group there. So I'll have him patrol this area, and he'll just walk between. If he sees anything, then he can take it down. Hopefully. So now, we still need more workers, so we have 7 available. We're gonna need to build more colonies. And the reason that we're dropping in workers is because each building that we create, I should say, needs a certain amount of workers. So we've built these 2, so we drop below what was required. So I'm gonna go ahead and build some more tents. I'll try to build them in areas that aren't gonna create too much of a cluster, but because we're in such a tight zone here, that's gonna be a bit tough. So we're gonna have to expand rather quickly out here. My hopes are to wall off some of these zones so we just don't have to worry about it as much. But if we wall it off, the zombies can just knock it down, so we'll have to fortify it with some towers as well. Lots to think about, kind of stressed out already, but that's okay. Let's see if we can't clear out the rest of this group. Yeah, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Okay, we've got a group running at him. Okay.
Here we go again. Roger that.
Okay, nice, nice, nice. So we could wall this off. This area is pretty open.
Great idea.
I don't love that. See, now they're coming in here already. And we've got guys attacking our main hub too, so this is all bad. This is all bad right now. And if they do enough damage to this and we have to repair it, it costs a lot. Okay, so now. This is pretty intense right off the bat. Okay, cool. So we do have an option here to repair all. I will do this. That'll just make everything a bit easier for us. But I've got to focus on getting up some walls and some defenses. The command center is being repaired, so I can't do anything with it right now. Let's do a couple of guys here. So let's do maybe 2 rangers, and we can set control groups as well. I'm gonna put him back down here. He can patrol. You know what? Let's just set all these guys on a big patrol right now. Really no way around that. Yeah, see, this is gonna be a constant flood, I think, which is gonna be very, very stressful. We can't build anything while we're repairing, but what am I gonna wanna build next? I think I gotta wall some of that off for sure. I gotta get our quarry up and running for sure. And we have to get that last tent up and running. Let's put it here, and let's put one Let's go maybe... Let's go here. I want to have an open path that they can run through. Part of the... I will say one thing that I wish is that you could rotate the map. You can't currently do that. So yeah, we're gonna need to wall this off stat. That has got to happen. Oh, they're already to the east as well. This is crazy. Okay, okay, okay. We need some walls stat. And I'm gonna build a tower right here. These guys go north. I'll actually keep one down here. Taking out that thing is not the end of the world. But as you can see, things get pretty hectic pretty quickly. This is one of the more difficult maps that I've encountered.
Come on.
Come on. Just because things are very tight. And we're already getting a bunch of guys running in at us here. Now, once we have these wood towers, we are able to put people in there, and this will extend their watch and their attack range. Having extended watch is nice because it'll call out like where the zombies are. Having the attack range is nice for obvious reasons. So that'll be good. Now, we've got our soldier center that we can create. Unfortunately, I don't have a ton of amazing spots for it, so I'm gonna have to put it up here. And that's just gonna be the best that we can do at this point in time. We'll get that building repairing. And I will man this ranger up here. That's gonna have to be good enough for this moment. So let's consider walling off this area. Now, I might... this is kind of an interesting one. I think I'm gonna build a Tesla tower out this way so I can wall it off a bit deeper. Yeah, that's what we'll do. She seems to be handling this okay now. For now. We'll see. I'll build it here so we have a path. Let's bring one extra over here. We're gonna have to build so many more units than normal, I think. You can see we're on day 3. We haven't even had an actual horde yet. This is just the overabundance of the slow. This is the slow trickle that's gonna deal immense amounts of damage if we don't deal with it.
Better be good.
So I'll have them patrol between these 2 spots. Should be okay. Now, we do need more food happening. We currently have this up and running, their Fisherman's College. That's not gonna be enough, so I'm gonna see... Okay, there's a nice little autosave. I'm gonna put another one here. And then I can also do a hunter's cottage. This will give us more food in regions where we have trees. So I'm able to kind of shove it in this area, it looks like. That's pretty uncommon, but it's giving us 17 food compared to way lower amounts anywhere else. So I'll take it. I'll put it right in there. So I guess I've actually never seen it be able to be built inside of the trees, but there may be the odd blank spot in there that we need to keep our eye on. All right, so now let's go ahead and get another... We're gonna build some walls here. It won't let us build when enemies are around. Kind of makes sense. So I'm gonna have him actually clear out this last remaining guy. And we'll build this wall out as far as we can.
Waiting on orders. For the humans.
How are we doing? We're doing okay. We're doing okay. We can make rangers now. We need the iron, which is this one, for soldiers. We don't have any iron accessible to us, is the scary thing. And there's no iron that I can see on the map. Here is some iron, which is not great. Here's a little bit of iron. Here's some iron here. We have a little bit of iron on this side. So this is gonna be pretty tough. But I'm gonna pump out as many as I possibly can. We're also gonna need to expand our tents again. You're gonna notice like insane amounts of tent spam. Once this is up generating more food, then we can build more tents.
Attention. Building completed.
So right now I'm gonna kind of put them wherever I can. So this is good because it's walled off. I am gonna put a tower here so that they don't just like sit there and peg that wall, because they will kill it.
Just guide me to the infected.
Let's maybe check out up here, because we're gonna have to wall this off.
Attention. Building completed. Attention. Building completed.
Okay, so in order to build up even faster, I'd like to have another sawmill to just generate more lumber. We could actually, even if we wanted to, we could shut down our quarry. We can pause it so that we get the workers and the energy back, because we're already maxed out on the stone, right? So for right now, there's not really a whole lot that we can even do with that extra stone. So I will, in fact, build Tesla towers out here.
So tired.
And I'll look to try and wall off this area, but
Whatever you say, as long as you pay me.
let's patrol this length.
Oh, here we go again. Okay.
And then I'll have you kind of cross-reference that.
Sorry, sir. I was clean.
Put you on patrol here.
Of course, my commander.
Yeah, we'll have you patrol in here. We'll take one of our new rangers, staff her in the tower.
What's up? Any infected around?
Attention. Building
Gotcha.
completed.
This better
Okay.
be good.
We need to get to this. We need to get to this iron. Like, we have to. So it's going to be risky to build out here,
You again. Yeah.
Do you
but
need
she's
me?
got to be done.
Any orders? All right.
Okay. We may have gotten their attention. I am going to... We seem fine over here.
That will be easy.
I'm going to bring these guys around. I'm going to micromanage them a little bit. And
Just tell me what to do.
let's just patrol them in this way and kill what we can. In the meantime, since our wood is almost maxed out, anytime we're hitting a cap, that's kind of bad. It means we're not being as efficient as we could be. So we need walls on this side, which means we need to expand our power out here. So let's do this. In the meantime, what other walls are we gonna want? I might want walls here, but it depends how many zombies we have on this side. I might be able to get away with doing like a wall here. We could also do a wall here between the two water points, or between water points, lakes, or whatever you want to call them. And then it's tough. It depends how many zombies we run into out here.
Any orders?
Yeah, see, we've actually got quite a few here. But let's see if we can clear them out. They seem to be doing pretty good. Worker-wise, we're doing okay. We can pump out a few more rangers, I think. We're on day number 5 only, guys. Day number 5, and it's already stressful. We need to make it to 100 days. I honestly can't even picture it at this point, but I sure do appreciate the challenge. I'll tell you that much.
Sorry, sir.
Okay, let's keep going. Actually, it seems like we're gonna be able to clear this group, so we could wall off this section. And then it's just this giant area here, which is gonna be tough to deal with. All right. Can also build gates. I haven't pointed this out yet, but gates allow you to freely pass through them. So if you need to get to other areas, that's obviously pretty important. I do have to get another tower out here just so that I can cover this whole zone. And I think I might have to build one out here too. We don't have the resources at this moment, but that's fine.
For the humans!
So we could wall this off. Seems pretty good.
Understood. Great ideas, sir.
Hello, jeez.
The
Let's kill the some that are here.
the colony.
Okay, you see this? Okay, so we've been attacked up here. This is bad. We will have a ranger, but they're gonna do some damage. Oh, this is bad. We actually should not have taken everybody out here.
Waiting on orders.
Let's run these guys back.
Go.
See how they took over this and they all turned into zombies? Yeah, that's really terrible news for us. They're gonna do the same there too.
Any infected around?
Hectic, very hectic.
All the way.
The infection is spreading.
Oh, here we go again.
Oh my god. Okay. So we didn't do a very good job of defending this area.
My bow and arrows.
That's for sure. They're trying to break through down here. We have one person shooting, which again, is not ideal, but we're in a situation where we're doing the best with what we have. And this is the game, man. This is how it is. It's very stressful. Non-stop. Non-stop stress. We lost some colonists, so we won't get them back until this is repaired.
I hope you're not wasting my time. Aren't there other units to bother?
But they are aggressive right now. And we haven't even had an actual horde. I'd like to show you guys a horde, but I don't even know if we're gonna get there in this first episode, because we got a lot of problems. We got a lot of problems.
Arrows are ready.
Okay, so now we're back to training. This is good. We have these things repaired. This is good. We're gonna get everything else repaired. Can't quite get it all done. I'm gonna staff another one here. We have 2 there. Okay, so we have extras coming in this side.
Okay? Come on.
Let's have you back down on the right.
What's up? Any infected
Bring you guys down. The idea here, though, is I need to get to that iron. It's not even that much. It's just we kind of need that to start producing soldiers and not just rangers.
My bow and arrows are ready.
Okay. Let's do... Oh, you know what it is? This Tesla tower has to be repaired to power this Tesla tower.
Tell me.
So once this one's done, then we can start building the wall here at least. Get some of the main choke points cut off. And we'll worry about this iron when we can. It'll just give us a little bit less to focus on. I've got 2 rangers in each of these towers. I'm pumping out rangers where I can, but we're gonna need more workers, which means we're gonna need more tents. And the trouble with building tents out there is that they're so easily accessible,
So tired.
as you'll
Last
notice.
night was amazing.
Okay. So this is back up now. This is good. We can eventually wall this off. We could do like this. We'll delete that one, and we'll build a gate here.
Building completed.
And then I'm just gonna provide some basic defense over here, I think. We'll put up 1 tower. And then let's get some safety walls going here.
Our forces are in danger.
Oh boy. Wait, what are you guys doing out here?
Yes.
Oh, we lost one. Okay, okay. We had some rogue rangers go down. Rogue rangers. Oh my god. Very stressful.
On your orders.
Very, very stressful day. Okay, we need more wood. We spent all of our wood on these fences, which is fine. All right. So once we get this up, we want towers in place to defend. I should get a second sawmill going over on this side, I think. Let's do... Yeah, it's gonna have to go here. 11. There it is. Okay, so this is good. Let's man two of these guys, two of these rangers.
A new task. Okay, let's do this. Oh, more ore.
And now at least we only have to kind of protect this little zone here. I say only. But let's see. Let's also finish repairing everything else. Let's set our rally point out here so when we create new guys, that's where they show.
Orders, sir.
Attention.
Great
Building
idea.
completed.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, so now we're pumping out 22 wood every 8 hours. That's much better. It's basically doubling what we were doing before. Let's get our walls set up here. We're just like, we're running the lumber mill pretty dry here.
Commander? Of course, my commander.
I'll set our other soldier up in this open zone.
Better be good.
We'll bring down another ranger here so that when we set up our tower, we can throw 2 rangers in there. Seems to be doing okay against these areas.
What do you
Our
want?
defenses are being attacked.
Okay, so we are being attacked here. Let's set you inside. Have you patrol this way.
What's up? Any infected around?
The walls are under attack.
We got a nice little horde to the north.
At your service.
Now we could totally put the soldier up here too.
Just guide me to the infected.
And I think I will. Once this is done, we're gonna man this up, and then
Aren't
I
there
think
other
just
units to bother?
walls. I think we're gonna complete this wall. Might be able to go straight into this thing and then maybe crossed here. See what happens. But we're gonna need multiple towers as well. And, of course, we're gonna need to expand our energy out here. So you can kind of see, like, this gets a little bit nutty. But I kind of feel like I'm addicted, actually. And I don't know if that's healthy.
You are gonna pay me for this.
I actually guarantee it's not. But it's fun. It's fun. It's like, it's really fun. I blink and it's like, oh, there goes an hour. Okay, cool, that's great. Okay, so once this is up, let's get our fences going. I will build a gate here, I think.
Attention. Building completed.
It's good. Let's get another Tesla tower here. And actually, I feel like we might kind of have things under control a little bit. The only thing is we're really behind in workers. So I'm gonna have to build like a bunch of tents here, I think. And I don't have enough energy to do that. So we're gonna have to get creative here. I'm gonna... Can I afford to stop our food production? Oh, I can't. Food production is not one of the things you can pause. I can pause the sawmill. Because what we really need is power, and we need workers for that. And then we can build more tents. I'll tuck this back here. This is just gonna add more power for us. We can keep building out our walls. And we'll need to just clear out this small group so that we can finish building the walls nearby. Once that guy's dead, we should be able to build. There we go. Also like how it like puts in these little corners here. It's very, like it's aesthetically very pleasing, you know? Okay, so then we're gonna do a tower in this corner. I also wish that it would show you what the range is of your units. Like, you can count out the squares, right? Like, so she's got an attack range of 6, that's fine. But it would be nice if when you highlighted her, it would kind of show you the actual range.
Sure. Oh, here we go again.
Wait, did we just lose somebody? We just lost someone. She just went down.
Gotcha.
Okay, come on inside.
It could be worse.
Let's get you in the tower.
No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, we need to pump out a bunch of tents now. It's just gotta happen. It's all we can afford. Because we don't have enough food. So this is like, it's so stressful, man. I'm just constantly stressed out. I can do some up here near the water. 18, it's pretty good. So let's do that. Can I sneak in one of these anywhere? 13's pretty good. 7. Let's do like so.
Building completed.
Okay, we have a fully walled in area now, which is pretty cool. Let's see. What do we need to get next? We need to get, yeah, we gotta get that food up and running, which we have covered off now.
Building.
We just need more and more and more and more workers. Like non-stop. Oh, this is actually iron here. Oh my Lanta. All right, this is good. This is great. I didn't notice that. I'm gonna try to keep some spaces that they can walk on. So we'll do like this. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to put a quarry in here. I might have to remove this and restructure it.
Attention. Building completed.
We should be okay. It's not a lot, and it won't be because it's a super small pile there, but I will generate stone and iron from this. The iron is only going to be 1 per every 8 hours, but it's going to have to be what it is for now. So every day I'll be able to make 2 soldiers if we keep up with that, if that makes sense. All right, what else am I going to need here? I might need another tower because these are pretty spread out. I would also consider doing like another row of this, depending on where the horde comes from. Could be beneficial. And we're gonna have a horde soon. Like, I think I went 14 days without a horde in one of the maps, but otherwise it's usually between like 10 and 12. Here we go. In 8 hours, zombie swarm detected near the colony from the west. So they're gonna be coming in from here. That is not good for us, I'll tell you that much. What I can do a double wall. I'm gonna go like so. So if they break through that first one, that should be okay. And then if I put another tower here, I can bring in some extra guys. So where's the one with our actual soldier for some additional firepower? Okay, I have him here. So I'm gonna unload him and I'm gonna select him to go over to this one for now. And then these guys, I'm gonna bring down. We have 2 in here now.
A new task.
Let's throw her in there.
Any infected around? Great.
Then we're gonna man this one. And we'll see how she goes. We should have enough range to shoot them from here. We know where they're coming from. My worry is that they come from this. Okay, we can actually see the indicator here. Zombie swarm detected. I doubt that they would run up and over to this side, but hey, it's possible.
So tired. Last night was amazing. I'm sure.
We'll have 4 rangers to put in here too. I feel like we're okay on this side. We'll see. This is gonna be tight. This is gonna be very tight. The first horde is not terrible. I've defended against the first horde a couple of times. A couple of times didn't go so well. A couple of times went pretty well. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no. I didn't even consider that this would be the one that they'd be going for. We got problems. We got problems. Okay. I'm gonna get you over here. Get you over here. It looks like they're all coming through here. Damn. This is gonna be rough. But it might be okay. It's a very small horde. Let's see what happens. Keep going, team.
Is everything okay?
We might be okay. We might be okay. This thing's pretty strong. Jesus. I'm stressed. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Keep it standing, keep it standing. Beautiful. Beautiful! First horde defended. Let's get everything repairing. Let's get this one little wall built again. Get in here. Oh god. Let's delete this. I don't want you guys cruising out there without my say-so. Get inside.
Ready and waiting.
Okay.
Here we go again.
Okay, whew, we did it. We defended against the first horde. You might think, oh yeah, it's like 30 zombies. Okay. It is, but we only have like a couple of rangers and it's very stressful times right now. So anyways, we did pretty well. I think this is a good place to take a break. What we're gonna really wanna focus on soon is getting into this workshop so that we can actually start getting some advanced research going. That's gonna be very important. I'm gonna turn this one back on. We're gonna need to build a whole bunch of extra tents if we can. I'll build them pretty much wherever I can right now. It's not the sexiest base, but it is what it is for the time being, you know? All right, so this is They Are Billions. It's really cool. Like, I am into it. Let me know if you guys want to see more. I am totally open to it. I think this is like super fun. I'd like to see how we can do on this run. See if we can make it to 100 days, but it's really, I'm telling you right now, I feel like we're way behind, but that's probably always going to be the case. I'm going to have to expand. I'm going to have to find a safe spot. Most likely, I should probably build like a gate here so that we can actually exit that side too. Yeah, it's pretty scary. It's pretty scary. I might end up building multiple walls here just to kind of cover this. But yeah. Let me know what you guys think. I'm having a super time, as you may be able to tell, because I've said about 600 words in the, like, per minute. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. So check out their website, check out the Steam page. I'm excited to see where this goes, and I'm going to be following this game very closely, because this is an addiction like I haven't had for quite a while. So yeah, we'll see you guys very soon. Take care and be nice to each other. Bye.